Well. Hello. Okay. Oh my gosh. The song jump scared me. Okay. I think you can hear it. Definitely. Alright. Hi. So happy to be streaming again. I felt like drawing a fish. Welcome to my newest obsession. The Spanish musical about Norse gods. It's a good. I like the song. It's a good song. Now, where the heck did I put my drawing pen? Freaking lost. Hmm. Song about gods. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well. I've been thinking. I wanted to draw something calm and nice. So I like drawing fishes, or fish, I guess. I just don't know. I don't know where I put my pen, and I want to make it look similar to watercolors, kind of, if I manage to. Very well. Yeah. The thing is, I have to figure out how materials work because I want to give the paper a kind of different look, but I am very confused about it. Texture, like texture for the paper. However, if I do this, this is what happens, and it kind of not really works. This is not what we're looking for. And I don't know if it's I have to make a different effect on it, or Clip Studio is so complicated. Oh, found my pen. Oh wait, paper texture. Yeah, I'm very confused. Oh my gosh. It's so funny to hear Spanish. It's always sounds like they're kind of biting their tongue a little bit. Hold on, time to make a really sneaky check and see how do I make materials. Okay. I believe, perhaps. There is a way. Adjust the texture. Selection. Well, no idea how this works. Very well. I've been thinking about what kind of because what kind of content I want to make for the next for the next month or so, and especially if I want to make something something special for during Christmas vacations, because I mean it could be a chance to continue and catch up with a couple of different games I haven't finished yet. For example, that Deltarune Chapter 2, that's that's really something I should finish, perhaps. Now, yeah, I have to finish. You even meet Spamton. I did meet Spamton. However, I haven't really done much. He got out from a dumpster and he killed me a bunch of times. I think I'm not even sure if I beat him. Might have that I haven't even beaten him. Hmm. No. How does one? Oh goodness. 3D. That's not a 3D layer. Tone. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think I just maybe just have to lower the opacity. I don't know if that's how it works. Ah well, we'll see. I will just start sketching and then we'll see. I want to do a pretty fish. Now, that's why I decided to put on some Minecraft music. I was thinking of so yeah. Regarding that, I was thinking of playing and hopefully finishing Deltarune during Christmas vacation. So in a month or so, I will probably make like an actual schedule, an actual schedule. And then I will try to stick to it. At least it shouldn't be too much of a problem since during vacation I really don't have much to do. Oh, I love fish. I love drawing them. Like they're so nice to draw. Like, The thing is, it doesn't look like an actual texture. It looks like something you just put on it. Like if it. Hmm. So something doesn't convince me about it. Overlay, maybe. Perhaps overlay is the solution. Well, we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, there's not the kitchen chicken. Did you kill a chicken? Perhaps. Why was there a Squelch song like ripping something out of a chicken? I think that's a Minecraft song. That's Death. Yeah, I mean makes sense. The song is Death from Volume Alpha of Minecraft. It's not a song that plays in the game. That's why you don't randomly hear dying chicken noises. But it is part of the album. Poor chicken. It's the circle of life. Anyway, what have you been drawing? I saw a lot of Hades art. I am always very afraid whenever I I hear about something that's even vaguely inspired by Greek mythology because Sometimes, I mean, I bet it's a really good game, but sometimes they just based on vibes. I miswrote chicken two times on accident, so now we'll be miswriting it on purpose. Hey, you you can. It's owning up to it. That's the. If you can't do it, just make it yours. Depends on what you mean by mischaracterized. I'm not really mischaracterized. I'm some like from my. I suppose I have a very different look on mythology and in general the if you could even call them characters from mythology, because usually they're not really characters, they're concepts. Like they're concepts that are used that mythology and tragedy might use to explain other concepts and use the, like for example, Heracles is never really only Heracles the character, but it can show, for example, the what happens with hubris and well, that's most of heroes. So sometimes like people that make things based on Greek mythology, they go more based on vibes. Like for example, I don't know, Ares, the god of war. Oh, he must be tough and angry and strong, like kind of like this. I mean, it's not a bad. It's not always bad. For example, I've always loved Percy Jackson, but it's I think it's a little overdone. They changed the genealogy of the gods a bit. I'm interested. I'm interested. Like, tell me more about the genealogy. Genealogy. Hades' approach is that the gods are like a big dysfunctional family, since you're playing as a god and part of that family. Okay, yeah, they kind of are. I can agree with that. Oh, look at this fish. It's smiling a little. Well. I really like it when fish have like semi-transparent fins, but they're also really hard to actually draw well doing. Kind of. Demeter, Hestia, and Hera are not the siblings of Poseidon, Zeus, and Hades, but the daughters of another Titan whose name I forgot. The one who fathered Selene. Selene. Oh my gosh. Uh, Nyx? Night? Not Nyx. Uh, I'm pretty sure Celine. Wait, I don't remember actually. Let me check. Um, Hyperion. Ah, okay, yeah, makes sense. Hyperion, like god of a god, titan of light. That's an interesting. Well, that's an interesting twist. I thought they would change something like something, not something so important. Hyperion and Theia wanted to say Asterion, but that's, I mean, uh, they gave a name to the Minotaur. And Persephone is the daughter of Demeter and a mortal farmer. Ah, okay. Interesting. Interesting. It kind of perplexes me in a way. Was there a reason, or was it to avoid, I mean, the kind of, the incest stuff? If you can call it that, they're gods. I don't really care about that, but. Yeah, oh goodness. Yeah, that's. Uh, okay. See, that's a choice I don't agree with, unfortunately. Even though I find the art style really, really interesting. Zeus does joke about being Zagreus' father. Um, yeah, yeah, there's a bit of a complication between Zagreus, Zeus, and Dionysus. I mean, technically, you could say that that Zeus is Zagreus' father. My gosh, these names. Here we go. I think it kind of makes sense. Now, oh, I have to write an essay some later, so I won't be able to be live for a long time. It's an essay about something about, I think, using the way words are used. Ah, too complicated. There's a text attached, and I have to make my own considerations. The thing is, I don't know how to write. Terrible at writing. And my gosh, I'm studying in math. I'm studying logarithms and exponentials, and it's terrifying. I'm so scared of them. They are so confused. That why do they stack up? There's so many numbers and fractions. No, something is not right about this fish. Hmm. I still cannot do tails. Ah, okay. Good enough. Something. I've been looking at a lot of romantic art lately, and they kind of have something interesting going on with colors that I would like to take inspiration from. Yeah, even though I do like they tended not to use uh like a drawn canvas, so they would immediately go with the colors because that was the romantic way. However, and that's kind of into like I would attempt it perhaps sometime, but not right now. I still need the painting underneath. But I do really like the way they use color, especially Constable. I really like his clouds. And of course, Money or Monet. I confused the two. Which one was the expressionist? Were they both expressionists? Monet. The one with the water lilies. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, I will attempt to color. But first I will copy the layer and because I'm afraid of ruining it. Here we go. Now, what kind of brush would we use? Could use a gouache. Infallible gouache. Hmm. Alright. So it's just that it makes it slightly less colorful, and that's not what I need. Let's see, let's see. Soft light, perhaps? Maybe. Alright. Let's go with this. Pointillism. Don't mind it, but I will try something else. I will go with gouache. This fish is weird. Why is it slightly green on the top? Anyway, apart from the Iliad and the Odyssey, what kind of texts are there to learn about mythology? So, oh, that's lovely. Well, there are many. For example, just about every tragedy that we have left. So, Aeschylus, for example, the tragedy of what are they? There's Trojans, one of the. But I think that's Euripides. There's a couple of tragedy. One tragedy about Heracles. There's Bacche, which is a tragedy on Dionysus by Euripides. Everything about Oedipus, and and that dynasty is all in tragedy. So like there's a lot of tragedies. There's also a couple of comedies which have something to do with mythology. Tragedy about Dionysus. Well, Dionysus is one of the main characters, yes. But that's not the tragedy of Dionysus, because Dionysus is a god, etc., etc. He cannot have He cannot be a tragic character. But there are also Hippolytus, for example. There's Aphrodite and Artemis, but the true tragedy is from Phaedra and Hippolytus, which are two human characters, and from Sophocles, I don't remember. Well, I would recommend reading or watching a couple of the tragedies, whichever. Honestly, they kind of work. Medea, always by Euripides, oh, really good. Then we also have some texts, for example, both by Greek and Roman uh, historians or writers. For example, the Theogonia, which is the birth of the gods. So it's basically a history of every god and how they came to be. Then oh my gosh, there's a lot. There's Erga Chimera, the actions and the days, which essentially recounts the history of humanity from, so like Pandora's box and all of that. That's where it comes from. One moment. From then also some of Thucydides, that he wrote the from the Peloponnesian War, but he not no, not Thucydides. Who was it? Herodotus. He wrote of different civilizations and different myths that also went around Greece at the time. And there's a bunch. I would especially recommend the tragedies. This is slightly yellow. I think I only read Iphigenia and Antigone. Yeah, that's one by Euripides and the other by Sophocles. And there were not a lot of gods involved in there. Yeah, but it's still mythology. The most popular. I would recommend Bacche. From by Euripides. To be fair, it was the French adaptation by a French author. Yeah, it makes sense. Iphigenia does contain a bit of about the gods, but just a little bit of basically Zeus ordering Agamemnon to sacrifice Iphigenia. I need to be bold with my colors. then. I have a couple. Because usually, of course, tragedy do not involve the gods directly. Gods are usually the ones that cause the tragedy. Because, I mean, it was popular, it was common knowledge that gods could not be sad or could not suffer. And it was actually, well, not so slightly heretical to imply that they were not always happy. Yeah, there are a lot of modern adaptations that make gods a lot more human. Yeah, because they really take a lot from they take a lot from Euripides, but that's just one tragic author, and most of them actually did not adapt them like that. Because why in our well modern idea, the fact that gods are human is a lot more how can I say it? Like well received. Like we like the idea that gods are just us, but with stronger powers. But historically, that's really not what they thought. Actually, Euripides, the guy that famously made the Greek gods act like more human, so like more childish, and he was almost he was he almost received the same fate as Socrates because they said that he was heretical because his tragedy represented the gods in such a way. Really incredible, I would say. Mm. But not the comic Telemac Telemac that presents the Odyssey from the power of Odysseus' son, and the gods are very distant and ethereal and don't interfere in the story, except Persephone because they go to the underworld. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. I like the idea of Telemachus's journey because we actually like there used to exist the books of the Telemachia, how it is called, in which we see what Telemachus is up to, but they were lost. They were lost to time, so we really don't have too much of an idea on what was happening, and we are all kind of confused. There's a bunch of parts that we really don't know anything about from the Odyssey. Now, I don't like the fact that they're so different here. Hmm, here we go. The fun thing about this interpretation is that Odysseus isn't the hero, but he is a liar. Yeah, there was also a lot of debate on that from ancient Greeks. Is Odysseus truly a hero? In a tragedy, Ajax, you can really see that consideration. You know how at the end of the Odyssey he is saved by a princess and tells his story to the king? Well, that's what history remembered. Oh yeah, yep. Nausicaa is the princess, and of course, since he was the only survivor, he could only you can only believe what he said. Ajax, the one who falls off a cliff? No, the one who kills himself. He Ajax the Greater. He uh, puts a sword through his heart because the weapons of Achilles were supposed to go to the next strongest warrior after Achilles, which was Ajax, but instead Agamemnon, since he really didn't like Ajax, he gave them to Odysseus. And Odysseus was fine with it, but it kind of caused the Ajax to go mad. Thought he killed himself by falling off a cliff. No, I mean, could be a version of it, but in the tragedy he does use a sword, and I'm pretty sure that in the Iliad he does too. I don't think it's in the Iliad that he kills himself, but I mean, it's in the myths. I'm pretty sure it's a sword. Hmm. Minecraft music is so. Here we go. Kind of. I really like the way I went to see Hippolytus and Ajax at the Syracuse Theater last year, and I really like the way they interpreted it. Although some things kind of confused me, but mostly really good. And I found out that they also have um translation, like in English. They give you little headphones and you get the translations in your ear of what they're saying. Because they mostly do it in Italian. There's a little bit of ancient Greek in there too, though. Why not subtitles? Because I think because it's like it's live, and subtitles might distract you from what's happening on the scene. That's how it goes when I see operas. Yeah, because there's not only singing, there's also talking, and I reckon subtitles, especially on big screens, might distract. It might be. I'm not sure why they chose uh, instant translation, but I'm pretty sure they're reading from a script, so it's not like they don't know exactly what they're translating. But I like the idea of translations like this. This fish looks like a zombie. Oh, that's terrifying. Hmm. Hmm. Bloody fish. Yeah. Hmm. we go. And then perhaps. I'm trying to follow the line of the tail. Kind of like this. Perhaps. One day I will figure out how to make paper textures actually work on Clip Studio Paint. And when that day comes, be afraid. I will make the most crunchiest drawings you'll ever see. Unstoppable. Yep. Hehe. Alright, alright. Now, I mean, at this point, let's make it bloodier. I will make the zombie fish. Not my initial idea, but I mean, who am I to judge? The muse. One day I also want to make a bunch of drawing for the Divine Comedy. I would really like to, especially to draw like my favorite parts. They're called canti. Then, well, my favorite vegetables chapters, if you could call them, of the Divine Comedy. I freaking love that. So Solente sidi, solente ante, amiar. Ah, how beautiful. Hmm. They kind of look like. Hmm. Die. It's a yellow, but it's almost white. Looks so evil, such an evil fish. Alright. Beautiful, ominous fish. Hmm. See, with watercolors it's easier because I can just uh, pass on something else with a color and it will not change. It will blend better. Instead, this looks just weird. Kind of, kind of. Mm. All right, all right. Hmm. Okay, okay. I'm kind of seeing the vision. Oh my gosh, I didn't put the red. And here we go. There we go. I'm liking this pretty fish. Hmm. I really like the crunchiness, the textures. I think what's pretty about fish is that I really that even in the parts that are in the shadows, they kind of always shine a little bit, so you can always have a lot of fun with the way light reflects. You're very wet. Yeah, but like and always like also the way just the scales work. I love English. My goodness. They're kind of very reflective. It's fun to tab out and tab in a bit later to see the progression. Yeah. I'm trying to get the effect I want to convey, which is motion. But I also want the shadows to make sense. Which really isn't that easy. I like how it looks like a blob of color in the midst of just darkness. Maybe I'll actually make it a little dark. And this time I even remembered to make the time lapse. Fish at the death of the universe. Oh, that's a really good idea. And it's smiling. Maybe the fish has caused the heat death of the universe. We have very evil fish these days. Maybe I could. Hmm. I want to make something in the background to show more contrast, but I'm not sure what. Here we go. Now. We really cannot know. Let's see. I like it. No. Here we go. I could have some kind of black hole. I like the idea, like it's swimming towards some kind of black hole. Space fish. Yes. Distant cousin of the space frog. Alright. The giant pond of the universe with a few frogs and a fish swinging around. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. I really liked it. Alright. Hmm. Ah, yes. Very pretty. Here we go. Let's see. How to make a black hole and not make it look weird. Well, like for starters. I will check. I will try to find an image of a black hole because I will never remember it. I wrote the black hole, and the first thing that showed up on my search bar was black hole green sun. My gosh. Alright. Uh, the requested song is still. Don't worry, I will put it on. I will put it on. And alright, once this song ends, that's gonna play. Now. Let's see if I manage to actually make it look like something different. Here we go. Alright. The further out we go, the closer this is red, the more this is red. Red, orange. Here we go. And then we make it tiny. Perhaps even tinier. And then I need to make everything darker. But perhaps. I like the contrast. and perhaps we give it movement by Hmm. Okay. Yes, I like it. And maybe I make the place where the fish is just slightly tight. Alright. I like it very well. I'll just add a couple of bits here to make it kind of brighter. Minecraft music is so good. Very well. Oh, Clip Studio, please. Okay. All right. Hmm. I think if I make a slightly, like a very dark outline, it's gonna help make the rest of it pop out, pop up, pop out a little bit more. All right. Hmm. I think that we are done with this. Very well. I have to go now. I have homework to do, but I really like but I really like the fish personally. I will also. I think I will also call it "Fish at the Heath Death of the Universe" because it's a really neat title. Very well. I will go now. Bye bye. Have fun. Have a nice rest of the day.